Hi again. So we're going to do the standard 4.OA.3 again, multi-step problems. One of the other ones that we did was situational remainder, where the actual remainder was the answer. I said before in that video, with any of these word problems, you have to make sure if you're doing one step, it is in fact one step. Okay, so let's get into this one. It says Harley wants to buy a new bike. She has $12 and will save $10 each week until she has the exact amount of money to purchase the bike. What could be the price of the bike? Okay, so here we have a situation where we're doing a couple of different things. If your students are more visual and they want to draw a picture, figure out what's going on, that's great. If they just go straight for unknown sentences, that's fine. But we have to have a plan and we need to know what's going on. We had a similar problem to this a couple weeks ago, and a lot of the students get stuck on this one because they weren't processing the information in the problem and then moving forward from there. So we know she wants a bike, so that's the goal. She's going to buy a bike, and based on what we have here, we're going to be able to figure out the price. So one of these answer choices has to be the price of the bike. Okay. So then she has $12 and will save $10 each week until she has the exact amount. So here's that word each. Again, so each is groups, but it's also can be a consistent pattern, each. So in 1 week, how much is she saving? 10. The next week, 10. The next week, 10. The next week, 10. So we're not talking about groups as of things, we're talking about a consistent pattern because each week she's going to save 10. Okay? And then following this pattern is going to get us to the number. Now, a lot of times kids will just want to kind of work with that 10, but we have has $12. Has with a number oftentimes can indicate that you have a total. And in this case, the total is your starting point because she's not starting without any money. She has. So this is her with her $12. So she's got $12 and she's going to add $10 to that each week until she ends up with one of those numbers. So we're kind of like listing multiples, listing based on that pattern. Okay, so we have 12 and 10, which when we add them together, we're not multiplying, we're adding, we get 22. So we're adding 10, 32. And they would keep, 52, 62, 72. Okay. And now looking at the answer choices, we can see that there's a number pattern. In the ones place, there has to be a 2. So looking at these answer choices, there's only one answer choice that has a 2 in the ones place. It's not always going to work out like that, so I would encourage the kids, if they can't figure out a mathematical way to get there, keep doing the pattern, right? Just keep it going until you get to one of these answers. So we got 82, 92, 102. Oh, there it is. So now I know that I'm good. And if I wanted to check to make sure that one of the other answers don't work, I can just keep the pattern going. 112, 122. And I can see that I definitely am not getting any of those other answers. I feel confident that I have it set up. This is what I have my keywords. Sometimes when we have has with a number, we'll write total above it to indicate that that's the total, so that's going to be our starting point, and then the each over here. Okay, but there's that answer choice, and a lot of kids see it's a pretty lengthy word problem. The numbers are fairly close together. I don't know what I'm doing. Students have a tendency to add the numbers together, and in that case, if you're adding 10 excuse me, plus 12, that number is a little bit too low to make sense for it being a bike. But hey, if I multiply 12 by 10, 120. So it's really important that they set it up and they don't just assume and start grabbing numbers, multiplying them together and calling it a bit. You really need to figure out what is going on and then move forward. Okay. Hope it helps.